In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to use the time card editor. The time card editor is where you'll go to fix exceptions such as missing punches and to add categories of time like vacation or sick. So start by clicking on the time card editor. When you first come into the time card editor, it brings up the current pay period, and in the blue bar across the top it shows the from and to dates for this period. We have an arrow pointing to the left that brings us to the previous pay period, and an arrow pointing right that takes us to the next pay period. On the left is a list of employees, and if whichever name you click on the left, that's whose time card you're viewing. On the bottom are the list of exceptions, and if you click on a name from the bottom, it'll take you to that employee's time card where the exception needs to be fixed. You can see that there are punches in the in and out column and hours worked, and on the right under daily it shows you the total. So this is 4 hours for the morning, and then 8 hours is the total for the day. If we scroll down, the first line that doesn't have an entry in the out column is where the exception occurs. And looking at this, it appears that this employee missed a lunch punch. I'm going to put my pointer on that line and click with my right mouse button and select Edit. And now you're going to enter the time in the area highlighted in blue, and it doesn't matter if this is the first lunch punch or the second lunch punch. You're going to enter it in the area highlighted in blue. I'm going to put a P for PM. The system will sort the punches properly when we calculate. So on the bottom I'm going to click Save and Calculate. And now the punches have been calculated. On the top we see that Monday appears in yellow. Yellow indicates a day that has no punch activity. So I'm going to add vacation pay for this day. I'm going to put my pointer there and click with the right mouse button, but this time I'm going to select Add. And then on the upper right, the pay code, I'm going to take the drop down and select vacation. The cursor now moves to regular, where I'm going to put 8.0 and then just click Save. And now you'll see it shows the line in a darker shade of blue, a V for vacation, and the 8 hours is showing. On the left there are check marks to indicate that this time card has been calculated and approved. Now let's imagine that on Friday this employee punched out at 4:30, but we asked him to run an errand on his way home, so I want to pay him till 5 o'clock. In order to make a change on a line that's already been approved, I need to turn off the approvals by clicking on the X on top. Now I'm going to right click on that line and select Edit. And to change the time of a punch, you always have to do it on the bottom. So I'm going to go down here to Actual Out and change that to 5 o'clock p.m. and then do Save and Calculate. And now that day has been recalculated and the approval check marks have been put back. Once you've fixed all the exceptions on the bottom of the page, your system is up to date.